This question is asking us to arrange the fractions in ascending order. So we need to put them from smallest to biggest. So as you can see, we've got a range of fractions. We've got a mix of mixed fractions and unit fractions. So we need to look at 1.5, 5/4, 3/4, 2/4, and 1 3/4. So the first thing you need to do is that you need to turn your mixed fractions into improper fractions. And you should remember how to do this from the work we did last week. So the whole by 2, so 1 times 2 equals 2, plus the 1 equals 3. And we keep the denominator the same. So we've got 3/2. We can keep 5/4 as it is. And yes, that is a top-heavy fraction. And we can keep 3/4 as it is. We can also keep 2/4 as it is. And then we've got another mixed fraction to turn into an improper fraction. So 1 times 4 equals 4, plus 3 equals 7. And then we keep the denominator the same. So we can now see that we've got all the fractions in improper fractions. However, we've got one fraction that still hasn't got the 4 as its denominator. So we're going to have to turn that one into 4 as a denominator. So I'm going to change that fraction. So that needs to become a 4. What if I had to multiply the 2 by to get 4? Well, I've had to multiply it by 2. So whatever I do to the bottom, I've got to do to the top. So 3 times 2 equals 6. So I've now got 6/4, 5/4, 3/4, 2/4, and 7/4. So I can now start to put them in ascending order. So we're going from smallest to biggest. So if I look at my numerators, I've got 6, 5, 3, 2, and 7. Well, I know that 2 is the smallest number from there. So I've got 2/4 is my first part of the answer. So that's the smallest one. And I'm just going to tick that off because I don't want to confuse myself. So I know that 2/4 is the smallest. So now I'm going to look at my numerators again, and I can see that 3/4 is the next largest fraction. So I'm going to put 3/4 as the next one, and I'm going to tick that off. Okay, so I've got 6/4, 5/4, and 7/4 left. So the next largest fraction is 5/4. So I'm going to put 5/4 as my next one, and then I'm going to tick that off. Okay, so we're now left with 6/4 and 7/4. Now I know that 6/4 is the next largest fraction. However, we are not going to put 6/4 because we need to look at the question. It's saying 1.5, and we've just been looking and converting the fractions. So I'm going to put 1.5 as my next one, and then I can tick that off. And then that leaves me with 7/4, and I know that the fraction it's associated with is 1 3/4. And that makes sense because we know that 3/4 is bigger than a half. And there you have your answers. We've ordered these fractions in ascending order: 2/4, 3/4, we've got 5/4, we've got 1.5, and we've got 1 3/4. Now, what you could do here is actually change that top-heavy fraction, the 5/4, into a mixed fraction as well. So 4 into 5 goes once, and it's got 1 left over, and 4 as your denominator. And that definitely makes sense because we know that a quarter is smaller than a half, and then we know that a half is smaller than 3/4. So we can use our maths knowledge to check our answer as well.